the opposite of peace, and peace is the opposite of war. Well, I wondered how many other people might feel that connection between peace and war. So I thought what I would do would be to conduct a little survey of people during one day that I came in touch with. And I would ask people, what does peace mean to you? And here's some of the things that I heard. A sales engineer that I talked to said that peace was the ability to recognize beauty in the world. And the things around you are what leads to peace. A production manager of a large factory told me, peace is the harmony that's achieved when needs and objectives are clearly defined, understood, and accepted by all, and do not oppose or create hardships for others, in which disputes are resolved through communication and negotiation. Then I talked to the manager of a health club, and she said, peace means to me unity. Everybody on the same side, getting along, working together for the common good of all of mankind. I met a biochemist later in the day, and this biochemist said that peace is achieved when the belief of one is respected by all. And I talked to an artist who told me, peace is what happens when the opinions and the beliefs of others are respected. So I kept hearing this word respect a lot. But I was startled because not one person that I spoke to said anything about peace being the opposite of war, or war being the opposite of peace. Not one person mentioned that violence, abuse, killing, or harming others in the context of explaining what peace is about. I think this is startling because we in the United States this day are engaged in our 10th major war in our history. And our history shows that we have not been a peaceful country. We are a warring country. Think about this, the national anthem of our country is written on the wings of a war. Now, as close as I can tell, about 600,000 Americans have died on the battlefield that these 10 wars have given us since the American Revolution. And these battlefields all took place, as close as you can tell, the killing took place so that we could have peace. But we don't have peace. The American Revolution began 231 years ago. The United States has cumulatively been at war with another country for 53 years during that time. That's about 23% of the time our country is at war with another country. As we know, it's not over. The killing continues. And it's rapidly escalating. I mean rapidly escalating if you've been reading the news lately. The world continues to view killing as the road toward peace. But peace is not something we advocate towards each other either. We don't advocate peace with each other on a daily basis, individually, or as a people. When you think about something, we're at war with each other. Road rage, domestic violence, murder, killing, child abuse, family abuse, rape, shouting, screaming, trying to solve problems with violence. Do you think we're out of control? I think we are. I think our society's out of control. Think about this. More Americans were killed by other Americans during the 20th century than died in all of the wars we waged against other nations. We, as a people, are about violence, killing, and death. Now, it's not up to our political and military leaders or our diplomats and those who are in charge of our defense to bring us peace. It's not up to them because obviously they are not capable of this. It's up to us, to you, and to you, and to you, and to you, and to me. We must seek peace. We must create the peace that the biochemist spoke of when he said peace is achieved when the belief of one is respected by all. We must bring to each other the peace that the health club manager spoke of when she said, peace to me means unity. And we must bring the peace that the production manager spoke of when he said, peace is the harmony achieved when disputes are resolved through communications and negotiation. We must remember the words of the artist who said, peace is what happens when the opinions and beliefs of others are respected. And we must remember the words of one of the most foremost well-known advocates of peace the world has ever known. And I'm sure many of you are familiar with this man's name, Elie Wiesel. Elie Wiesel said, ultimately, the only power to which man should aspire is the power which he exercises over himself. So I ask you, let's begin now. Thank you.